Hello, hello, and welcome back. I thought I would hop on the mic this week and share with you just in real time that it's okay not to be okay. And by that, I mean, I am mentally, I'm fine, but physically, my body is just not okay right now. And so I wanted to hop on here and just kind of share in real time, as you can, I'm sure, tell with my voice is struggling, but in real time, like what is going on and what I'm doing to really support myself. So, my hope is that this episode validates, if you are feeling this way or have felt this way in the past, it validates that these feelings are real and we need to honor and accept them, and also do things to support our body in the healing process. So, I was telling myself when I was getting ready to record this, I was telling myself like, okay, cue the Demi Lovato song "It's Okay Not to Be Okay," because like that's what comes to mind when I think of sharing what I'm about to share with you. So I just want to start from the beginning in real time. I'm currently, I thought that I had mono. I just went to the um, urgent care today and um, got tested for mono and was negative. So that's good. But I just feel very tired, um, like all the time. And so um, in chatting with the doctor at the urgent care, he of course shared with me after we got the results back that it was negative. He said, what I think probably is happening is that you were sick because, flashback to about a month ago, I was sick with a sinus infection and bronchitis. It was what I was diagnosed with. And I think, what he thinks, which makes total sense, is that I didn't fully recover from that. Even though I took the antibiotics, I didn't fully recover from that. Um, and then I went to Denver and I think I contracted something there. And my immune system was not fully um, healed and not fully, 100%. And so then I was, beat down again, so to speak, with some other virus. There's so many things, so much crap flying around. All the while I tested 3 times for COVID and was negative. So I don't think I had COVID, but there's just crap flying around, And um, so yeah, all this to say that, it's super important for you to take care of your body. It's super important for you to listen to what you feel your body is telling you. It took me a couple weeks, 3 weeks really to be exact, for me to go back in to see a doctor and, to get their thoughts and to get some testing done. And while this urgent care doctor suggested that I go into my primary care doctor if things persist and I don't start to feel better here, in the next couple of weeks, I know that that's potentially the next step for me. So I know this isn't necessarily the end of the road, and there could be other tests. He suggested maybe some lab tests be done if, again, I don't feel better in the next couple of weeks. So, me being me, I'm very stubborn. I don't want to go to the doctor. I think a lot of that stems from just not being heard in the past, but I feel like a lot of the doctors that I've had lately, I've intentionally picked them, and or like this, urgent care doctor. I was just extremely lucky that I got who I did. And they were very thorough and very supportive and understanding. So I think that's where kind of the stubbornness comes from, of like, no, I'll just, figure it out on my own and things like that. But I want you to take some learning lessons from my example, from my real life, right here, right now example, and know that it's not helping you to wait, especially, had it been mono. I mean, there are so many things that could go wrong, like your spleen could rupture, right? And um, while all of those things can be supported and fixed and healed, those are some scary things to go through, right? And it ultimately sets you back in your healing journey if you let it go that long. So I just want to first and foremost tell you that if you're feeling like I am right now, you're feeling like you can barely wake up, you can barely, do the things that you are typically used to doing. Um, you need to go be seen. Okay. This is not typical. This is very atypical for me. I was telling the doctor at the urgent care that as I was waiting, I waited for about 30 minutes in the, in the waiting area. I told him that when I was sitting out there, that I fell asleep like a couple times, like in and out of sleep. And that is not normal for me. I am one who it's very hard to sleep. It's very hard for me to sleep, unless I'm laying down on my own bed or in a bed with, in a comfortable situation. And so for me to be able to sit upright in a chair and be able to fall asleep that's a sign that I'm like extremely tired, extremely fatigued. And I've never felt like that before. So, just realizing that, understanding that, hey, this is not the way you typically feel, we need to get you back to feeling, your typical self. So I am on the road to recovery. I am giving myself time to rest and recoup, which is good. And I think a lot of us being, type A personalities, which me, it's hard to stop and it's hard to give yourself that time to rest, but you have to, because you're not going to heal, you're not going to rest and recoup if you don't give yourself that time to do so. So I want to kind of end my rant there and just really leave you with I personally think 3 things that could support you in helping you to really harness this healing, especially if you're right now in the midst of all these viruses and this gunk that's out there. I think these 3 things are really important for you to think about when it comes to trying to support yourself in healing. So first and foremost, number 1 is rest. Okay. You want consistent rest and you want plenty of it because your body needs time to heal. And if you're going and doing, your body can't do any of that. Right. And so then again, like I've said many times, you're going to be in this state of perpetual, get sick and then try to heal and get sick and try to heal over and over and over again until you actually give yourself that time to rest. So plenty of rest. So getting 7 to 8 hours at least per night. And then if you feel you come home from work that you need more rest and you need to take a nap, do it. If you feel on the weekends you need extra rest, do it. I've been doing both of those after school and on the weekend. And, even though I feel when I wake up from those that it hasn't done anything, I know truthfully and truly, it is doing something for me. It is helping my body to rest and recoup and ultimately to heal in the long run. So number 1, plenty of rest. Number 2, boundaries. Boundaries. I'm sharing that from the mountaintops. Boundaries are super important. Okay. And that is something that, again, as a type A personality, as a people pleaser, which I'm both of those, it's hard. It's hard for us to not say yes to everything, especially if we want to do it. Right. But we know we don't have the time to do it. That's where most of my issues arise is I want to friggin' do it, but I'm running out of time to do it. Right. So setting boundaries. And if it's, if you don't have, first of all, if it's not a hell yes, you say a hell no. Secondly, if you don't have the time, you don't commit to it. Okay. And it's easier said than done, but you have to do that because otherwise you're going to pay for it. You're going to regret doing it. You're going to be upset that you have to do it. And then you're not going to go into that thing feeling 110% that it was a hell yes, because you're going to be like, oh, I have no time to do this. I don't want to do this. And you're not going to show up as authentically the true you that you want to show up as for the people that you are there to support. So number 2 would be boundaries. And number 3 would be to support your immune system. So this means making sure that you're taking zinc. So Zicam's great. If you want to just take a supplement of zinc, that works too. Vitamin C, vitamin D, and K2. We know that vitamin D is more absorbable in the body if we take it with K2. So some vitamin Ds do include a K2 with it, but if your vitamin D doesn't include that, you might want to consider taking a K2 supplement. you can reach out to me and I can share with you some of my favorites for that. That are really high quality. So I would recommend vitamin D and K2 together to make the vitamin D more absorbable. It's going to help you to feel better. It's going to improve your ability to have energy, but also it's vitamin D we know has been proven to support our immune system and our immune health. And then also just overall a multivitamin. If you're like, I just don't want to pop all these, supplements, a multivitamin's a great start. But then again, definitely during this time, this transitional time from summer to fall and from fall to winter, you really want to be boosting your immune system with those vitamins and nutrients and minerals. So please, 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 please take care of yourself, support your immune system, put those boundaries into place, and give yourself that rest. And if you need any help with this, reach out to me. I'm always here to chat with you through the process. You can chat with me in the DMs if you are feeling like you want to work with me to be held and supported through this process. You know that I'm only a DM away, or you can email me as well, and we can chat about how we can set up a way for you and I to work together one-on-one, because that is definitely also an option too. So I hope you have a great start to this brand new week. It is the middle of October. Holy freaking cow. I can't believe we're already to the middle of October, but let's go out there. Let's rest ourselves. Let's make sure that we are listening to our bodies this week. And if we are truly feeling like we need to rest, let's do that. Let's rest our bodies. Let's not go, 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 do. If we're feeling like our bodies need to rest, let's honor our bodies. Let's listen to our bodies, listen to our gut, because they won't lead us astray.